So when it comes to Chronomancer, Chronomancer is the 2011 Chronomancer. It's only attainable by the Herald map or 6000 ACs. Thus being said, when it comes to this class is your consistent damage dealer that pretty much never misses and always crit with its fourth ability. The reason being because with the first ability, it reduces the target evasion by 15%, which pretty much most mobs / bosses have roughly 15% evasion to 25% evasion, which makes this class pretty much ideal for any type of scenario if you're fighting a boss below 1 million health. And with the fourth ability, you're pretty much guaranteed to crit most of the time. When I say most of the time, because there are some bosses that does reduce your crit chance, so there will be times where we not critting with the nuke, but honestly I don't really see that happening because 80% crit chance is really high. Now to use this class, all I'm going to do is 2, 5, 2 times 5, then 4 and repeat. If you're fighting a boss that has a lot of HP like Azalith or roughly like 15 million health type of bosses, although there's not many bosses like that in the game, it does have its benefits if you're using praxis with this class. If you fight a normal boss there's roughly like 1 million health, then all I normally do is 2, 5, 2 times 3, then 4 and repeat. Also just note that although your nuke cooldown is quite long, if you're fighting a boss on Artrix, then the respawn duration will be just enough when your nuke goes off cooldown. So you don't need to worry about your nuke when you're trying to spam your spells to nuke the boss. Now, you can use this class in any type of team fights except for ultras. This class is not that great, although there are some gimmicks to it which can be useful, but honestly there are better options because you're kind of limited to type of classes you can use for ultras. Now this class is perfect for Azalith, since with Praxis and its 1.5 second cooldown on this 2 is pretty much perfect. Now this class is also really well with team fights when it comes to like other harder hitter bosses due to the fact that it's higher evasion and high crit chance, and helps with the team with lowering the evasion of the target. Now for solo, you can use Dauntless, ignore the 3 because Dauntless increases the haste of this class and heals you, which is pretty much your third ability, so you don't need to worry about the third ability at all. If you're fighting a boss you can use it, but honestly when it comes to team fights your haste will be high and your teammates will be healing you. This class can do well with bosses that hit harder, like if it crits like roughly 1600 health, it works well with Dauntless. It makes the class more potent. So just note, it does have a randomness because apparently if you have a high evasion, bosses have a higher chance to crit chance on you with some arbitrary reason. When it comes to farming, this class actually does well due to the fact that it's 4th ability on its long range and the 2 with its low cooldown. This class actually does well with room hopping, and if you're fighting like a small mobs in the room and you go to the boss, this class does really well. If you just do your 5 and 4 onto the boss and just spam your 2 on the target next to him. Perfect. Don't need to worry about like the stupid mechanics on bosses. You can just ignore it. When it comes to PvP, for some reason my character just kept getting one shot. Seriously, this Arc Paladin has 30% crit chance and it kept on critting me. See, it just keeps on critting me. That is garbage. Have a nice day.